Taxonomical age. We will study 5 taxonomical aids, that is herbarium, botanical gardens, museum, key and zoological gardens or zoological park. Now taxonomic studies of various species of plants, animals and other organisms are useful in agriculture, forestry, industry and in general in knowing our bioresources and their diversity. These studies would require correct classification and identification of the organism. So these aids will help, these taxonomical aids will help in the correct classification and the identification of the organism. Biologists have established certain procedures and techniques to store and preserve the information as well as the specimens. Some of these are explained to help you understand the usage of these aids. Now first we will study about herbarium. Now herbarium is a storehouse of collected plant specimens that are dried, pressed and preserved on sheets. Okay, they will take a sheet and they will take the plant specimen and they will dry it, press it and add some chemical for preservation and they will put it on the sheet. You can see here, this is the sheet and the plant specimen is tied here with the help of tape. Okay, so this is a dried, pressed and preserved on a particular sheet, and this sheet is also having a particular dimension according to the norms and rules of the herbarium. Okay, these sheets when prepared are arranged according to a universally accepted system of classification. These specimens along with their descriptions on herbarium sheets become a storehouse or repository for future use. Now these herbarium sheets also carry a label providing information about the date, the place of collection, the name, that is English, local and botanical, family's name and the collector's name. These herbaria serve a quick referral system in taxonomical studies. So these sheets, the descriptions which we are talking about, these description will have a label and that label will provide information about the date, the place of collection, their local English and botanical name with family and the collector's name. Okay, so this is herbarium. Now we talk about botanical garden. These are specialized gardens, okay, and have collection of living plants for reference. Plant species in these gardens are grown for identification purposes and each plant is labeled indicating its botanical scientific name and its family and also the collector's name. The famous botanical gardens is at Kew, that is in England, Indian Botanical Garden, that is in Howrah, and the National Botanical Research Institute, that is in Lucknow, that is India. Now when we talk about museum, all of us have once or a while visited a museum. Okay, so biological museums are generally set up in educational institutes such as schools and colleges. Museums have collections of preserved plant and animal species for study and reference. The specimens are preserved in the containers or jars in preservative solution. Plant and animal specimens may also be preserved as dry specimen. Now insects are preserved in insects are also preserved and they are preserved in insect boxes after collecting, killing and pinning those insects. Larger animals like birds and mammals you have already seen are usually preserved by stuffing some material inside them, by preserving their skin and stuffing some material. Museums also have collections of skeletons of animals. Okay, so museum also serves as a botanical aid. Now last one is the key. A key is another taxonomical aid used for identification of plants and animals based on similarities and dissimilarities. Here what you will do, you will take a contrasting character and you will pair that in a couplet. Okay, it will represent the choice made between the two opposite options. The choice we have to make. Okay, this results in acceptance of only one and rejection of the other. Each statement in the key is called a lead, and separate taxonomic keys are required for taxonomic categories such as family, genus, species for identification purpose. Now you can say that this is an example of a key. This is a dichotomous key for leaves. Okay, so what is the basic? The key is analytical in nature. It means that it is a trial in giving a trial and error method of situation. Like you will say this leaf is having a phyllotaxy, a particular phyllotaxy, or we will say that this is a monocot or a dicot leaf. So monocot and dicot leaf is the contrasting character. Okay, so this is called a couplet. It is a monocot, it is a dicot leaf. Now you will choose one. Say you know that this is a monocot leaf, so you have made a choice that is a monocot leaf. Now you will take another character. The plant in which it is present is having a particular phyllotaxy, that is it is pinnate or palmate. Now you will choose out of these that this is a pinnate. Now you will go on the other couplet. By these you accept one and reject one, and finally, and each statement is a lead, and finally you will reach to a conclusion where you will be able to identify the organism. And this will be done for a particular category, such as if you are characterizing or identifying a family, a genus and species, you have to make various leads, and then you have to identify the organism. So this is all about chapter 1. This last topic was not that important, but you have to go through this topic, and here the key out of all the taxonomical aid is important, and there are two or three types of key, and this dichotomous key is example of this key. So what you have to remember here is that the key will be based on contrasting characters, and that contrasting characters will call a couplet. As you are taking two contrasting character, like the leaf is monocot or dicot, so there is a pair of characters, so you will call that as couplet. You will make a choice, either it is you will choose dicot or monocot, and then you will accept one and reject one, and finally the statement that this is a monocot leaf will be a lead. Then you will go on to the next couplet, then you will choose one, then you will go to the next couplet, and in this way you will be able to identify the organism. So this is all about the first chapter, that is the living world.